Hey, good morning. It's Tuesday, November 30th. That's right, just one day left in November. And then December is here for the year 2021. 11/12's gone. We're almost into 2022, if you can believe it. I want to talk this morning, I started it yesterday, I want to start talking about the impact the world has on us through the holiday season and relationships. There's so much, I don't mean this in a bad way, but in many ways there's a lot of hype, there's a lot of mystery about the holidays. We wrap things up in presents. We don't really know what's behind it, so the wrapping is very attractive, but you don't know what's actually under the wrapping till you see it. Well, Jesus warns us in the Sermon on the Mount about how to know what's really inside of a person, not just what they see. One example I want to talk about is humor. This morning we're going to look at humor. I got several things we're going to talk about in terms of this holidays and relationships and how the holidays reveal things to us if we have the eyes to see, if we use the eyes of Scripture to evaluate. So one of these things is humor. In Proverbs, we read this: like a madman shooting firebrands or deadly arrows is a man who deceives his neighbor and says, I was only joking, just kidding, it's a joke. Well, how do you tell the difference between the madman who is actually out to hurt you and someone who is being deceptive but it doesn't look like it, and they cover it by saying, I was only joking, just kidding? See, if I don't look beyond the surface, I'm going to be in trouble because I won't know what those jokes mean, what those kind of flaming arrows mean when they hit home. But Jesus gives us what we need to know. The Bible gives us what we need to know, but Jesus particularly gives us what we need to know when he's talking in the Sermon on the Mount, and he sums up things this way: no good tree bears bad fruit, nor does a bad tree bear good fruit. Each tree is recognized by its own fruit. People don't pick figs from thorn bushes, nor grapes from briars. The good man brings the good things out of the good stored up in his heart, and the evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in his heart. For out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. That's Luke chapter 6. For out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. So how do you tell that person who's just kidding, like the little turkey and the monkey in the thumbnail says, just kidding, didn't mean it. How do you know if that's really something that they're really trying to hurt you or is a malicious thing, or it's something that's just meant in good fun, that humor is appropriate, it's good? How do I know how to take that? Well, Jesus tells us. You look at a person's life, their overall actions and attitude, and if you see good fruit across the board, not perfectly, because none of us are perfect, but if you see good fruit as the dominant factor of this person's life, then you can begin to trust their humor. But if you see manipulation, evil thoughts, racy thoughts, always joking about things that have a double meaning, that tells you something. That means that what's inside is not a good heart, because what's coming out of the mouth is flowing from that not so good inside. So that's how you can discern between these two ways. If you see a person who's generally on the pattern of good behavior, who cares about others, who is warm, who is compassionate and caring, humor coming from that person and just kidding coming from that person can be a delight. But humor, just kidding, coming from someone who is not someone you would trust, who hangs out with people that aren't good friends, who's someone who is sharp-tongued, nasty things to say, promoting sexual immorality, very selfish in intent. And you see manipulative characterizations, like I said. Good fruit is not coming out of that bad tree. That humor, the just kidding, that's what Proverbs is warning about. There's something malicious under that just kidding. So we want to be wise. We want to practice discernment. We want to be able to take a situation and evaluate it. Is this a safe place or this is a good place? The holidays are especially the humor and uncovering things, looking for that good fruit, and we'll have several applications of this, looking for that good fruit. That gives us something we can trust. But if we see a tree, a person, a life that is not moving in a direction that's honoring to God, then we need to be very aware and cautious of that humor. That just kidding carries a deadly sting to it. And that's our thought for this morning. Again, love your comments and feedback. These are important things. The Bible gives us the tools that we need to know how to navigate these treacherous waters of life and to keep us from making those decisions which can one day lead to very serious regret. So again, thanks for being here. Check us out everydaytalk247.com. Turn on post notifications if you haven't subscribed already. So good to have you here. Thank you for your kindness and care. And Lord willing, we'll see you tonight. You have a great day looking for those trees that produce good fruit. Bye-bye.